Hello guys. It's me, Goni Deku Vids. And I've been wanting to do this one for a while. And I mean like a while. Since it's been central, and if you might have saw a while back, if you were observant, I posted videos, but you guys might not liked it a lot. So I thought, hey, there's I want to Deku in it. What you guys just love. So anyway, this would be, what if Deku was in a zombie apocalypse? And by the way, guys, this Deku doesn't have one for all, because the apocalypse started before he met All Might. Well, I'm just gonna say that he just took a different route, and All Might saved Bakugo. And yes, All Might has not given anyone his quirk. So anyway, let's get into the story. Now, Deku was just walking on the street. His age was 15. He wanted to become a hero his whole life, but his opportunity had long passed. But then, after he got shopping and he went home, it had been months after his mother had passed because of an accident. He had no one. His old friend Bakugo was going to UA. His mother told him. Bakugo's mother came around to make sure Deku was okay, knowing that he lived alone. She tried asking if she'd like to live with him, but he kindly declined. He said he'd love to go, but he said he would rather stay where he last saw his mother that day. Hang on. Katsuki, she sent money over to Deku, make sure he had enough to get food and a decent allowance to get him toys and games. And Deku, realizing that his life was just a joke, a sad joke, but he just rolled with it for the sake of Bakugo's mother, or his aunt, and his mother. Deku one day was walking home with shopping, and when he opened the door, he put shopping away in the fridge, and then he turned TV on. A news reporter said Deku was just flipping through the channels where she could even say anything. But Deku before he flipped it, he heard virus, outbreak, chaos. But Deku was not really interested on those things anymore, so he just flipped through it again till he got to like a TV show of music. Deku just walked over to the front, out the room and into the kitchen. He started putting all his canned food away and supplies, because Deku a week before learned about this, and he's prepared. He may not be a hero, but he's still a bookworm. He knows when something bad might occur. He always stocks his fridge and food. And Deku with his provisions right now, he could last around 2 months on his own without even going out. Because he had canned food, bottled water, electronics. He had car batteries, double A's. If anything bad major happened, he was set. He even purchased a gun. Not many people use anymore, because when Quirkle started showing up. Deku was actually pretty good with a handgun. He could use an M19, pretty handy. He had 4 clips, and he always had a baseball bat with nails in it, and also a military combat knife that he got from a shop with the gun. Also, Deku always had one of his old backpacks just filled with painkillers, meds, and a knife, in case of a quick evacuation or getting out of his house fast. Some people might be saying that Deku, he's being too over dramatic, but this is Deku. He's always make sure he has everything prepared, everything. The next morning, as you know, Deku, after he stocked all the food and water, Deku walked over to, his mum's room, and he he had to find something that he left, like a key. When he couldn't find his key, he had to get his mother's keys that they sent back. Deku, going into the room, had a lot of memories of his mother and him playing. But hey, and I mean like All Might. I am here. I thought those naughty kids, man, I swear. But anyway, Deku had a smirk on his face. He grabbed the keys and he locked the front door. He had weapons around all over the house. In the kitchen, he had a baseball bat. In the living room, he always had a crowbar, and some kitchen knives around the house. And then Deku was cooking dinner from the grocery spot that day, and a massive explosion is heard down the street. Deku opened the door of his apartment and he looked out the window, and he saw seeing it's just another car crash. Someone drove into a gas pump down the road. Deku sighed and said, "Oh, it's fine, I guess the key to deal with it." Deku just locked it, went back in, and he closed the door, slammed it, locking it. Deku had been taking some boxing classes, you could say, or hand-to-hand combat classes. And this was because a man, a pro hero called Gunhead, he searched him up online saying he was doing training kids and how to use hand-to-hand combat. And Deku didn't want to be a hero, but his mother before that accident encouraged him to do it, to make sure that he could always protect himself, so the villain that he fought last time couldn't hurt him anymore, or couldn't be hurt again. So Deku was good friends with Gunhead over a month. He's one of his top students. He rose through the ranks, and Deku's sporting a six-pack now and pretty muscular. And right now, Deku ate his dinner, and he just heard massive explosions in the background. But then Deku just remembers that an old friend of his used to had an explosion quirk. And then the electricity just went out. All electronics just shut off immediately. All the houses, or the apartment at least. Actually, no, they didn't. Deku just ate his dinner and then he headed off to bed. Date: February 18th. Year: unknown. Well, I would say the year, but I honestly don't know it. Anyway, let's just say it like it's 2040 for them. Actually, no. The date. Just the time. 12:42. Deku was just sitting. Well, no, he's just sitting, but when he's sleeping, then Deku heard a massive bang on his door. Deku's eyes shot open, and he says, "Huh? Oh, hey, just bang at this hour." He checks the time. It's 12 something. Man, I guess I was overslept. Deku got out of his bed, and people are just shouting for help. Deku fell asleep in his clothes, but when he walked over to the door and he looked through the hole. He saw that his people asking him to let in. Deku did not trust these people, because all he knew, like, these guys could be, I don't know, the people, like, why would they be banging on his door? And then Deku just annoyed them, because they couldn't see him. People just started asking, because a man tried to go back and tried to get someone to open the doors, but is useless. And then Deku just walked away, and the man is silent. Then the man started screaming for help. "Someone, please." And then Deku looked through the hole again, and he saw people tearing his limbs off, his kidneys getting torn out of his torso. Deku covered his mouth and he just threw up in the sink. He did not know what he just saw, but he did not want to find out why they just killed him. Deku, knowing what happened, this flashback of memory saying like, virus, people eating flesh. Please stay inside at all times. Deku said it's the virus. He clenches his fist and he picks himself up and he turns all the lights off and he goes and just turns all the lights off and he closes the door that leads to the kitchen. In the kitchen, he closes the door that leads to the front door. And then Deku just slowly sit down on his couch and said quiet, having the crowbar he was leaving his living room next to him. Deku just saying, I could have saved them, but he huffed, or he sighed. Right now, survival of the fittest. I have to stay vigilant. Deku gets his notebook out that Bakugo exploded a couple months back. Deku started writing it down, and he said, Day 1. Seems some outbreak happened. I just saw a man get killed viciously. The people looked wrong. They were deformed. Their bloodshot eyes, blood dripping everywhere from their body. It was like something happened to them, but I doesn't know what happened. The man tried using his quirk that was able to have heat claws. He cut one of them. He hit one of them back, but it didn't react. No pain, nothing. But then it grabbed its arm and it chomped him down and killed him. So Deku writes down, they don't feel pain. Seems that they have similar primal instincts. They don't seem to open doors and they're attracted to sound. Further information written later on later date. Then he closes the book and he says, I checked, I stocked up, so I have enough food to last me 2 months if I just don't open the door, not go anywhere. I got 4 clips for my M9, so that should work. My knife, my crowbar, check, bag, solid. Where's All Might, though? Where's the pro heroes and police? Deku turned on the TV, bringing the volume down just quite low, not to attract those zombies. They were literally sent outside of his door, of his house or apartment. Deku sees a news lady, and there's a strange situation that this virus, and she's saying, stay inside, don't go out at all costs, only go out if necessary, civilians go to the nearest building. And then he just hears screaming and gunshots and blood, and he sees flames going everywhere, but then the signal is cut out and they head back to the station. And the news anchor says, thank you, Shannon. Everyone, if you didn't hear her, please stay inside. Only go outside if it's necessary. Do not trust. Make sure all loved ones and friends are not been infected. Unknown infection is touching an infected bodily fluids, having them in your body, or getting scratched or bit. So far, scratched and bit. Further news of income. Sorry everyone, we have to evacuate the station. Undead to break through the news and all the corn studio's doors, and it just cuts to, we'll be right back. And the audio is still playing. Everyone who's watching the news would hear the news anchor and all the crew to start shouting and screaming and trying to fight back their quirks, but no use. There are just too many of them. Deku looked down, thinking about right now he's only for himself. He can't help anyone in this state. Even though Deku was strong and muscular, but he still couldn't. He's still quirkless. He couldn't stand up to these guys. But he wrote down, once you're infected, you lose your ability to use your quirk. Because right now, they're on the even playing field with Deku. These infected, they seem they can't use their quirks. So right now, long as they lose their quirks, they're on an even playing field with Deku. But not really, because one, Deku may not have a quirk, but he's got his brain. This brain is a pure strategist. With this brain, he's able to figure out complex information in minutes, maybe even hours. He ain't intelligent quirk, but it's something that he has advantage over them. He also seems he can move faster, and they're all sluggish, broken. So long as he just stays away of their grasp and their teeth, he should be able to get near them. Good thing Deku had enough food to last him 2 months and enough water in those big barrels to last him 4. Deku knows that the human body can last around up to 4 to 3 weeks just as long as water, but without water he can only last 3 days. But good thing he had lots of it. Deku said this should last me up to 2 months, 4 months worth of the water and 2 months of food. If I just stay and don't interact with anyone. Stay quiet, stay vigilant, stay safe. And then the news anchor, the television goes back on, and it's the news, it's the camera, man, and the news anchor. There's blood drenched all over her. There was bodies in her. Well, there's bodies next to her, dead corpses. She says, "Help." The zombies charge and grab her again, tearing her throat out. Deku, barely even able to stomach it, he shuts the TV off. 3 days go by. Deku's log. It's day 3 of this outbreak. Seems All Might and the heroes haven't been seen yet. UA High has been saying that it's a safe place for anyone who is a safe haven. But then Deku said, but it's too far away from me. Hopefully other people will survive there, but I'll go there soon, I guess. But I need to survive. Right now, it's only myself. I wonder how Bokigo's doing. Oh well. I got to make sure I go check over the food stock again. Log end. Now, guys, this is Golden New Deckers this year. You know me, because I thought you might have changed that, but anyway. I actually hope you're enjoying this, because I'm actually putting some proper detail into this one. Because actually I haven't really been doing a lot of detail on my watch lately, and I'm assuming you guys don't really like it that much. So, not having a lot of detail, so I'm just being nice, I guess. Just trying to add some more fun into it. So right now, Deku always cut this story. Deku has survived 3 days in the apocalypse, yeah? And he's gone heartless, technically. The only person he would care for would be himself. Like, he has enough food only for himself. And he wouldn't, trust me, if he met Bokigo, he would not do damn anything. He would just leave him to die. Because Bokigo just doesn't know. He just hates him. But then, Deku's just writing it all down. Just so you know, just like, I mean, the log, I mean, like, you know, it's one of those old recorders that you hit a button to record your voice. That's what I mean, like a log. Or he writes in his book as well. Anyways, cut to it. First week of the outbreak. I have rationed my foods, so I still have over 2 months of food left. But it's hard. I'm not used to this, but it seems that the undead's bodies seem to be weird. They're not like ours, but when they're alive, but they're stronger, more durable. It seems the only one that killed them is to smash their head. I've learnt from fellas. I've learnt from seeing survivors with quirks, with a hammer quirk, smash one of the zombies' heads off and it didn't get up. But when he hit someone else on the body, it did nothing. And let's just say that that hammer dude did not end up good. Deku, he ended up banging from other people. He looks out the window and sees his neighbours try and run for their car, but they get chewed up by zombies. Deku just started saying, "Should stay quiet, idiots." But then Deku just said, "They should have stayed quiet, for crying out loud." Deku turned the TV back on, and the announcement of UAs, all the people were going back to UA, because you know guys like that UA had that massive steel gate around it, because like when Newsport tried to get in, that's what's keeping those zombies down, including all the pro heroes who've gone there, including All Might. Deku said, "I need to get to UA. It's the only way I'm actually going to survive this." So Deku started packing. He has this massive military backpack on him. And Deku knows parkour, by the way, guys. That's how he's been so fit. He learnt by Gunhead. Because Deku had around 3 weeks supplies of food in him. And he's got around 10 water bottles of water. He's got his knife, his bat, and all the other food he had hid in a secret compartment in his house, under the floorboards. So no one else could get it. Well, not floorboards, like a secret compartment in his room. He made it. So, right now, Deku was looking out the keyhole in his door and looking to make sure that nothing is there. Deku grabbed his gun, put it in its holster, and he also grabbed his crowbar and baseball bat. His baseball bat had nails in it, but Deku felt more comfortable with his crowbar. So it's small but good force. But he always kept it on him. But his knife was his last option in case if they get too close, if they get on him, he could easily stab him right in the brain. So right now, Deku counted the estimated distance of UA to here. Deku says, "Should I go though? It's been a week so far and nothing bad happened to me. I've been a survivor most of my life, haven't I? I'll be take damage after damage, but." He looks at the window, seeing the dead bodies of his neighbours. How good, guys. So, guys, for me, it's like it's actually about to be 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, man. Things I do for this channel, guys, I swear. But anyway, Deku said, "I'll wait a week. One more week." Deku prologue, second week. There's the walkers, the new name I've been calling them, seem to be like zombies from those old fashioned from those movies. They are attracted by noise and they get near you. They have poor sight. You can disguise yourself with their blood. It's risky though, because if the blood gets under your skin or properly contact your skin, if it touches your skin, very bad rash contact in your body, you become infected. It's risky, but it's oblivious. But when it starts raining, the smell of you comes and runs off. You have to be very careful. Deku, in his mind, thinking, it should take me around 4 days with DUA if I just walk here, including if I take the high ground of parkour. But Deku looked at a motorbike, the neighbour, one of the other neighbours' motorbikes. It's a hog, decked out to the brim. It was nice, but he knew he could not ride a hog. Even though he's worked out, but no way. He doesn't even have a license. He hasn't even. The only way he actually knows how to drive a car, but that's it. Not very fast one, at least. Thanks to his mother. But right now, he wouldn't give a damn. As long as he gets the UN safe, he's happy. And he's thinking that Bokigo's there. So maybe his mother is there and his father. Deku sighed and said, better, isn't he? Hang on, guys. Hey, guys. That might have been short for you, but it was like 4 minutes for me. Well, anyway, I got to say. Right now, Deku opened the door, and before he looked for the keyhole, of course, like every protagonist in every zombie movie, he doesn't look properly. As one of his zombie neighbours trying to grab onto him, but Naruto, Deku with his upper body strength, well, he was working out a little bit while he's alone. He grabs him to the top of the ceiling where he was on, and he used his legs to kick him out over the railing. It killed him with impact. Deku coughed a little bit because he wasn't expecting that, and it was so strong. That's such a big grip. Took all his strength to get him off. Deku getting back into his apartment, and he looked over the corner and he sees Formal. Part of his apartment. Deku's thinking that if he gets to the escape ladder next to him, or next to his apartment, he should be fine. Deku closed the door and locked it, and then he jumped off the side of the building and grabbed onto the metal bars. He almost slipped and almost fell, but with his willpower, he grabbed onto it with all his might and he pulled himself back up. And then Deku was on the emergency scope. Hang on, guys. Whoops. But anyway, Deku was huffing and puffing because the zombies heard him jumping on, and they were trying to get onto it like Deku did, but they didn't have the agility or ability that him, so they just fell to their death. Or gruesomely, one of them survived, and they're just with a broken body, twitching and crawling and groaning. Deku started climbing up to the roof, but he saw one undead. He didn't know how he even got up here, but he saw it had wings. It seemed like mutation quirks stayed with the zombie, but the ones that Bokigo didn't. Deku sneaked up with him and he used his knife right in the noggin. The zombie dropped dead. Naruto searched him and he saw he had keys. Didn't know what keys there were, but hey, keys are keys, you know? He looked down and he looked above the ceiling and he saw it was chaos. There's smoke everywhere. It was awful. There's blood in other streets. There's people screaming around the streets for help. But there's no one that could help. There's no heroes. Even the villains had to work together with the heroes to stop this. Like, even All For One was terrified of this because, think about it, if he got turned, it'll be hell. And he wants to destroy the world, not some dumbass virus. So right now, Deku huffing and puffing and saying, like getting pumped up to do so, jumps over to a nearby building. Go, go, go! No, he shouted at himself, trying to motivate himself, and he's running, and he jumped off. He's trying to slow down, but he knew he wouldn't, so he had no choice. So he he sped up once more, and he jumped. His grip. He almost missed a jump. One hand grabbed into the other building's roof, and he started climbing. And he said the roof side seemed relatively clear. Relatively clear. Wait, I can't say it anymore. Relatively clear. I'm saying that, yeah. He says, saying, well, oh, it's gonna be hell on earth. Well, all he is, but anyway, Deku just starts doing parkour. Let's cut to UA, where Class 1B, Class 1A, and a bunch of classes, all inside school. Missed all the teachers are keeping the students safe and all the protests around the perimeter of the massive gate. Only people who have been logged into UA's servers before they were shut down. Well, before that the electricity went out are allowed in. With the access to the gate. The good thing UA had solar panels and also generators. Also, a bunch of cars and fuel to boot. Also, the USJ. It's a good place for growing plants, food, and water. Also, a large population. Civilians flocked there, and they had to stay at the USJ. But good thing though, that UA had a very lot of money, a very big, big building. It's pretty easy to see. In Bokyo's mind, saying, "Man, we keep getting less and less food." They had to have a lot of food. Let's be honest, guys. Bokyo said out loud. Kirishima said, "Well, Bakugo, we have to support villains and other classes as well, man, and also all the heroes. Can't expect to have food that we used to before this nightmare started." Floppy said, "Rabbit? Yeah, she's right, Bakugo. Oh, he's right, Bakugo." Mineta says, "Oh, man. When's this thing gonna end?" Bakugo says, "Probably never." Mineta just... But Bakugo hears a familiar voice. It's his mother and father. Well, it's his mother. His father's not there right now. He's out. He's at work when it all started. Well, Becky doesn't know that though. But anyway, Bakugo said, "Hey, old hag." Bakugo got a massive punch with the head. He says, "Come here again, you brat." And she said, "Rations are loaded there." He said, "Yeah. Good thing all the water heroes keep generating water, but they can't keep it going for long. They need food to make water. Without food, they need nutrients, and it's so hard, confusing." Kirishima said, "Well, at least we got water, and also a power. That's something good. As long as we have power, the gates will stay up. And even if they do shut down, we've got emergency generators just in case. We got backup generators for the backup generators. It's perfect." But Bakugo's mother just said, "This poor soul that couldn't make it here." Bakugo said, "Shut up. They're just weaklings anyway." She said Bakugo to be quiet, and he got smacked in the head again. And she just thought about Deku, that poor thing, trapped, innocent. He didn't know how to defend himself. He's got the Deku on buildings, just smacking zombies away with his baseball bat. Deku's just having the joyride from this because he's spent so much putting out stress out. He's imagining all the zombies at Bakugo's face and he's just smashing it around. He's laughing like a villain. All the zombies just try and grab on the Deku, but they can't. They get kicked away, smacked. Hell, even when the zombies try and bite into Deku just bit in it. Well, actually, no, that's not a good thing. He used his baseball bat and he made him bite into the bat instead, and he just broke his jaw and smacked him off the building. But then after an hour, Deku calmed down, thinking this isn't him. And then Deku saw cars. A lot of cars. I mean a lot of cars. And it was not pretty because they were packed with zombies. There's hordes. And there was no nearby building for Deku to get in to jump over to. This is the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed the very longest video I've actually probably done on my channel. Guys, I hope you enjoyed it though. Peace.